Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime, which the game was loading. I was actually intending to start the game up when this was happening, but hey, I guess my timing wasn't everything. Or timing isn't everything, rather. So here we go. Now we're on Tallon IV, we can actually start exploring this place. I forget that I do not have a space jump. Oops. Anyways. I suppose I could mosey on around this place, but just gonna go right where we need to go. Start out by scanning the Beetle, the burrow insect with the resilient carapace, extremely aggressive. And I forgot that I don't have the charge beam, because this is the first Metroid Prime, and you don't actually have anything when you start this game. So, I kind of forgot that, because in the other Prime games, you generally do start with a couple more things. Here's a couple other things. There's gel sac, I believe, or sap sac, excuse me. Chemical reaction within the sac produces violent explosion when agitated. Like so. Love that. Over here we have Metroid standby of the Zoomer. Also a blast cap, which are mushrooms. Actually, I didn't read what their thing said, so you know what, I should. Zoomer anchors itself to walls and other surfaces, avoid contact with the spikes. Basic nerve is located directly above the Zoomer's mandibles, detect nutrients. Sharp spines protected from casual predators, but the lack of reinforced carapace makes the Zoomer vulnerable for any indirect attack. Cool. And the volatile chemicals from the weed's toxic fungal cap may explode when agitated. Poisonous flash of the blast cap keeps it from being eaten. It also detonates with a fungal cap when it senses even a slight contact. Which is kind of amazing that you just have an exploding mushroom. So if we were to look up... that's not what I was looking for. There we go. You can also find a classic Metroid enemy, the Gamer, wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes. The Gamer is an evolutionary offshoot of the Zoomer family. When treated, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. Alright, fun times with weapons or scanning. There's another Zoomer over here. Ignore it. We're also going to ignore the gel sacks. Or sap sacks. I think I'm thinking of gel zaps. Anyways, this is the access to Chozo Ruins West, which is the first real area of the game. This game has, I believe, 4 major areas. Chozo Ruins being the first, and I don't know. Even though you could argue that it only has 3 major areas. Incoming scan data, gonna ignore this. Basically, these things, actually I'll show it off this one time, but basically shows you, hey, there's something to do in this hive totem room. So that's, basically if you don't know what to do in this game, there's your hints. And over here we have Chozo lore. The history of the Chozo stretches back into the ancient times, so far into the fog of the past we do not know where our ancestors came from, or one thing is clear, however, the Chozo who colonized Tallon IV made a conscious choice to skew the civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan the rest of our world from time to time. Words from time to time, excuse me. I thought I said worlds. Excuse me. Hello, Missile Expansion, I see you over there. Also, hello, Lens Flare. Except it wasn't a Lens Flare, it was just Glare. Hello again, Missile Expansion. There is quite a few Missile Expansions. There's one, right up in there. You can't see. There's one right up over there. These are more Beetles. You can, plainly see. I'm so used to having the charge beam. It won't be too long before we get it, though. I don't actually know how much progress I'll be making in these videos. So far, I haven't been making too much progress because I've been scanning everything. Speaking of which, oh, okay. Thank you for that scan. It's not really what I was looking for. I was hoping you would tell me what it was. That is an energy tank, in case you didn't recognize it or haven't played this game before. And here is the Scarab, exploding parasites that can embed their bodies into solid rock. Even though this hallway definitely isn't rock. Scabs think of nothing as sacrificing itself for the safety of the swarm. When a hostile life form is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves into the floor and walls, and Mescar will violently self-destruct when threatened. Alright, so basically these are like the parasites back in... or back on, I forget Orpheon. I think on is the right term for that. Okay, here we have the Ion, a little organism entirely composed of an ocular tissue. Capable of launching sustained energy beams when active, the Ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if bright flashlight ignites near it. So that's a hint on how to defeat it. We don't really have a way of permanently shutting them down yet. Just kind of stunning them for a little while. There's more lore over here. Translate the main language of the past which Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is believed of many Chozo sages that the truth of the universe is hid within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has to come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. As we take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite, perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. So, yeah. Getting real weird on the Chozos already. Over there is a creature, apparently. There's a war wasp hive. What is a war wasp, you might ask? Suppose we'll find those later. Oh. Speaking of frickin' devil. Hello, war wasp. Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. Wow. Rarely stays far from its hive unless it's pursuing an immediate threat, and it attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive-bombing its enemy with a stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. These things are not fun. They're not too bad, though. Here's the safe station, which I already scanned. I forgot about that. Oops. Gotta really remember to do a scan at map station, which aren't too common in the game. I'm sure I will need to scan one later. Because, as I said, I will be going for 100% scans. I don't know if people are interested in me reading all the lore entries. Especially the enemy bios, but I enjoy them. Because I think they're really cool. And they're... I like that sort of thing. This game caters to my interests. It is not for nothing that it's one of my favorite games of all time. Alright, so here is the Plasmite. I believe we saw one of these in one of the containers back on Orpheon. Oh, speaking of which, well, this is not speaking of Orpheon, but speaking of new things, here's Tangleweed. Plant life with basic sentience or attacks into the ground that threaten. They're really dangerous, a small organism. They're covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential pizza. Okay, I'll stop with that. Tangleweeds lack the strength to do anything more. It's a large high form, so yeah. Basically, this doesn't do anything, but it just kind of slows you down. And over here, we have a large energy. There's also a toxic goop down there, but I'm choosing to ignore it. And here we have a boss that caused Caddy much grief when she first... Oh wait, I spoiled that it was a boss. But yeah, basically this part caused Caddy much grief, because it's kind of annoying if you don't know what you're doing. And on my first playthrough, it kind of caused me some grief, but it wasn't as bad. Anyways, here we go. Creature answering has been added. Then Mechanoid the Hive Totem. Security unit programmed to work with the predatory hive dwellers. Wait. Okay, so this is a Mechanoid, but apparently the turrets are actual life forms. Also, I never noticed the weird faces that are on the lower part of it. Weird. Hive dwellers. Design flaw makes the shielding in the hive make it weak around the access ports. Units are second-generation combat drones able to interface with organic units at a higher level. They train, shelter, and work hive-dwelling predators. Unarmed, they rely on their hive beasts to handle any threats. Alright, speaking of which, hey, remember those, war wasps we scanned? These are not it. These are ram war wasps. They're totally different. They're one predator, circles its prey, and then strikes. Warbops are the only species on Tallon IV that evolved a true hive mind, nesting in damp, dark places. Ram Warbops emerge in small groups and threaten and circle their enemy at high speeds, disorienting it, striking it from all sides, and single intelligence that can fell huge organisms. So, those are pretty fun. The way you want to deal with these is mainly by looking at your radar, waiting until one stops, aiming for it, and shooting it down. Yep, sometimes it can be kind of disorienting and annoying. I'll try not to spin right round the whole time. That's what I usually end up doing, but it's not the best strategy. Anyways, here, basically just want to fire at it until it does that. But yeah, don't exactly know why the War Wasps have multiple scan entries. Also, if you're lucky, you can pick them out of the sky like I did there. Also, simple jump is generally enough to dodge them. Whoop. So I think I could still hit that guy. Shooting them does leave them stunned for a little while, so use that to your advantage. Go. Hive Mecha again. I believe if you take too long, its mouth closes off again, and it, I already got one there, I think. So a good strategy is just to kind of shoot them. Hope to get, like, lucky by hitting a couple of them. Overall, this should not be too much of a problem if you do fight like this. It can be a little bit hectic if you don't know that you have the little radar up there to keep track of everything. Or you do and you are not actually paying attention to it. That could all be kind of problematic, but hey. As long as you keep it up and just kind of haphazardly shoot, hoping to hit one of these things, then I'm just kind of hoping to shoot it on, like, one of its passes. Stand still. Hold still and let me shoot you! Okay, I flopped there. No. It doesn't auto-lock on like in the GameCube version, so sometimes you do still kind of have to aim. It mostly locked. Oh, and there it just kind of, my remote kind of locked up. I believe this is the last phase, though. Well, I wasn't paying attention there, but I got it. And shoot the Hive Mecha, and did we win? Yes, we did. Okay, so that's why I didn't notice the faces. They're just kind of underwater there. Or under toxic. So over there, we have a blast shield and door blocking access. Analysis indicates that the blast shield is invulnerable to beam weapons. Explosive weapons may damage it, so yeah. You can't actually blow them off with missiles. I don't actually know if you can blow off the blast shields with bombs. No, that's actually something I want to try, because I really don't know. You don't have to scan the items, by the way, luckily, because there's only, like, you miss a ton of things if you have to scan the items. Also, speaking of items, here's an energy tank, which increases energy by 100, like it does in every Metroid game, except for, in hard mode of, oh, right. I'm like, let me just morph ball up on through this tunnel here, and I'm like, oh right, I don't actually have the morph ball. But yeah, as I was saying, energy tanks always kind of give you 100 extra health, except for in hard mode of Zero Mission, where they give you 50. That was kind of bad. Is the large energy still here, though? Yes, it is. I believe that always drops a large energy. I could be wrong about that, but it seems to. Probably was intentionally like that, so you know, you don't, like, die going up to the boss. I believe that's it. Also, As you notice there, I shot down the hive with a missile, which I believe always takes it out. Hello, map station. I'm gonna scan you this time. Alright, so map station. Yeah, you can nail the map. We know it's not that interesting or big of a deal. Yep, that's all fine and dandy. Not actually gonna look at that. I believe... Yep. There is a missile expansion. So, sort of a self-imposed challenge. I'm gonna try to just get everything in this game, and the other games for that matter, without looking at a guide. Prime 3 is by far the easiest in that regard, because you can actually keep track of what items you've gotten, kind of like you could, once again, in Zero Mission, if you did a New Game Plus. There's a missile up there, I can't get it yet. We will be going back for it later. I like a save here. Actually, I'm hoping that these segments don't screw up, because I've been making these saves. I should probably not get into a habit of actually saving the game. And just, like, actually running into the save station, but not saving. I don't feel like bothering with all this. Out of here. Shooting some eyes. Alright. So now we have the missiles, we can get hit by scarabs. Great. They drop missiles. Just all fine and dandy, but not really something that I'm particularly enthralled by. So we're gonna go through here. The doors load surprisingly quickly in this version of the game. Sometimes in the GameCube version, they kind of can take a little close to forever to open up sometimes, which is really annoying. I don't know why. Well, I know why it happens, because it's basically the doors are there to not actually have loading times, but yeah, the time it takes for the door to open is technically just a loading time. If I had the space jump, I could have actually gotten that without... Wow. I don't know how weak these things are to missiles. Okay, apparently these things are very weak to missiles. So I'm just gonna shoot them in the face with missiles for great success, I guess. Alright. Cool with that. I will admit, I didn't actually know that. That makes dealing with them a lot easier. Now the question is, how about this thing? Because here is yet another sort of boss fight. Well, it is a boss fight now. Okay, just immediately ram me in the face. Here we have a new creature, the plated beetle. Well-armored burrowing insect, vulnerable to only the rear abdomen. Creature's thick cranial plating repel frontal attacks. It gives an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks, only surfacing when it detects vibrations above. It then maneuvers so as to face its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected. I think evolution would have kind of ruled that out already, so you wait until it finishes doing its whole dance. Oh, okay. Apparently missiles aren't very fast. Let me see how many missiles this takes, because you could just shoot it repeatedly, but... Oh, 2 missiles and it's down. Jeez. That was a really poor excuse for a boss fight. Alright. Well, we defeated the plated beetle. Don't think I deserve the credit for that, especially because, some of the, more mini-bosses or things, actually become regular enemies later in the game. I will have to be right back. Actually, no, I'm gonna end off here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we will continue on with the game. So, bye for now.